Things being not covered. How about the train wrecks? Have you heard about this?
Yes.
This has been kind of strange too. Even a lot of people in the other side of the political spectrum, from what I normally watch, have starting to take notice that the government's trying to hide this whole, especially this whole thing in
I
Ohio.
just read this morning that the entire Ohio River is contaminated.
Yeah, they said that I think 30 million people. Is that right?
Yeah.
30 million people. I think 10% of the population can be affected with
Yeah.
drinking water.
Did you see it's raining hydrochloric acid?
Yeah, yeah, it's ruining cars.
Yeah.
Whole cars are being.
So this is what I understand. They had the chemicals.
Yeah,
It spilled out. The boiling point of the chemicals is super low. So as soon as it leaked out, it just started evaporating, which is terrible in itself. This gas, this hydrochloric gas, and then they idiotically set it on fire, which makes that chemical compound even more
toxic.
dangerous and toxic, and it evaporates in smoke now. And now this hydrochloric acid bonds to water molecules. So anytime there's moisture in the air now in that area and it drops to the ground, it's hydrochloric acid, which burns skin. There's videos of people driving 70 miles away from this thing and it starts raining and their car gets stripped of its paint and the plastic starts to melt off because of the hydrochloric acid.
Isn't that crazy?
And they're telling people to go back home.
Yeah. Well, so the other thing that's crazy though. So that was number one, Ohio. But yesterday we had two more trains go off the rails. Neither one had the fires and all the, but they both were carrying the same chemical. One was in Texas, one was in South Carolina. Is there some kind? Is this intentional? Is somebody trying to do these around? It's just an interesting situation, and now we got one for sure that's blown up and had all this problem in Ohio, and that's going to cause ecological damage for a long time. I mean, there's going to be damage to people. There's going to be damage to the environment. There's going to be untold damage for a while, and then you look at, okay, now we've had two more in the past 24 hours. One in Texas that was derailed carrying that same chemical. One in
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina derailed carrying that same chemical. Once, okay, fool me once, fool me twice, fool me three. I mean, I'm just saying it's very odd when you start to get into, now we're
Well,
talking
yeah,
three trains having this issue. It just seems very unsettling.
coincidental.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if you could think of it like who knows? I mean, who knows how those things derailed? But like if you just look back as our country as a whole, millions of people are going across our border. Millions of people.
oh, absolutely.
They have very little clue on who these people actually are. Every once in a while, they'll get lucky, and a guy's name will pop up on a terrorist watch list, and they say, "Hey, look, we caught someone."
Yeah.
But think about how many people that they don't catch, and so You've been having this go on for years and years and years and years. Who knows? Who knows
Yeah, who's where?
who's where and doing what and cooperating with who? I mean, who knows? Maybe they said, "Hey, second week of February, we're going out. We're accomplishing our mission, and we're gonna derail these five trains,
And we
all
don't
carrying this compound."
and we don't have Jack Bauer.
And we don't have Jack Bauer. There's no 24.
No. If
No
Jack
24.
Bauer would catch them.
Oh, he'd be on scene. Yeah, scene one, hour one, and he'd be.
I'm on season 3 right now, and I just,
It's unbelievable, right?
that guy is amazing. He's
Jack,
amazing.
baby.
In this episode, in season 3, is where they actually have a biochemical going to go out to the population. He finds out that the Ukrainians are going to sell it to the highest bidder. And so he stages this whole breakout of a known Mexican cartel that he'd already spent this whole, like last year, putting it down, but he knew this is one of the few guys who could afford to buy it and get it off the market. So he was trying to use him as a Ponzi, but couldn't tell anybody that he was doing it because that would implicate people because you can't give a terrorist up. So it was this crazy scheme. It's pretty wild. So,
Well, okay, so interesting tidbit. Do you know the guy that plays Kylo Ren in Star Wars? That
yeah.
actor. He made a movie in 2022, and people are just starting to talk about this now. That a town in it was filmed in East Palestine. This movie.
Really?
You know what the premise of the movie was?
The train wreck.
Train wreck with chemicals on it.
Wow.
The guy that helped with the film was like, I woke up to this news thinking like, is this real? Is this like what is going on?
That is
So
crazy.
they made a movie in East Palestine
Uh,
last year that was a train wreck with chemicals on it.
And now it happened. That is,
So you do with that what you want, but that
yeah.